What would it take for you to vote Trump? I don't know if I ever. Well, I mean, if Trump changed his positions on things, but I think I'd be more likely to just leave the country. Destiny is not as smart as I thought he was, especially after saying he'd vote for Biden even on a respirator. I can tell Destiny just doesn't like to admit when he's wrong. I don't think that Trump represents somebody who embodies what I consider to be core American values. I don't think Trump likes this country. I don't think he's patriotic. I don't think he supports America around the world. And I think he undermines core values that I think are essential to being an American citizen. That's why I would probably never support Donald Trump. If Hitler ran against Trump, maybe, then I would vote for Trump. Because, I mean, he would be less bad than that. Do you not think the Dems could do much better if they found a better candidate? This is the candidate the Democrats voted for. This is who we've got. This is who the primary process delivered in 2020. And now this is kind of like everybody knew this was a risk in 2020. I think Biden even said in 2020 he was only going to be a one-term president for a little bit. And I don't think he dropped that. But if Bernie becomes Dem nominee, do you think he destroys Trump? Absolutely not. Bernie Sanders, he's way too progressive. I'd vote for him over Trump, though, 1,000,000,000%. It wouldn't be a question in my mind. I would vote for him absolutely. And I would campaign for him, too. Whoever, if they swap out Biden, just to be one more time to be clear, because people think I have some like huge attachment to Biden. I don't. I just want to win the election. If the Dems put up almost anybody else, whether it's Newsom, Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, Nina Turner, Michelle Obama, whoever the else, right? Even I think it's a bad idea. I will support whoever the that candidate is. I will support it 1,000,000,000,000,000% unquestionably. Like I will support whatever candidate it like ends up getting put up. Well, I mean, unless it's a legitimately fucking atrociously terrible, horrible candidate. Like if it was RFK versus Trump. Actually, no. Actually, I think I would have to dig into RFK a lot more. I would lean 99% to RFK, though. I think I would. Right now, it wouldn't even be a question in my mind, actually. Because there are things in my mind that are fucking retarded. So being an anti-vaxxer and conspiratorial and blah, 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 like all those things are retarded. However, these are, in my mind, legitimate positions that you could inhabit in the total political paradigm that represents American politics. I think that there is space for people like that who I wholeheartedly disagree with in every single conceivable way. For Donald Trump, it's the election stuff and the coup stuff is too much. That's stuff that for me is like I don't even think. I think you should like be kicked out of the country. I'll say that. Okay. You said that Biden could kill Trump and nothing would happen to him. Have you considered that civil war is an actual option that USA would choose? So no president would do something like that. So what you said makes no sense. What I said was you could do it without criminal liability. Obviously, there could theoretically be a million other things that would happen. Why are you donating to me in euros? Stop caring about our elections. Fuck you. How do I start my stream to America only? Somebody made that post in that subreddit. And this has been like living in my mind rent free. I cannot believe I just didn't know at the time because I didn't know the electorate thing. The electorate plan, this was the plan. And he was so cognizant of it all. And it comes right before he makes this line. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. That right before this, he says, because you'll never take back our country weakness, you have to show strength, you have to be strong. We have come to demand that Congress do the right thing and only count the electors who have been lawfully slated. He's talking about the whole scheme. I think that if you don't see this as as an insurrection, there's nothing. You won't see anything as it. You won't. There's just nothing you'll see. You can't, except for maybe like a full-on, like the president grabs an AK-47 and like runs into the Capitol. But maybe you wouldn't even see that. Just to be clear, everyone knew about this plot as it was happening. It was reported on widely. I hard disagree. It might have been being reported on widely, or like, as in like there were a few articles about it, but I don't think very many people were talking about this at all. The fact that every time I bring it up, that's great that you can link me one article. Thanks, bud. But the fact that basically every single time I bring this up, almost nobody has like heard of it before. And even today, my guess is like less than 20% of Americans are even aware of this. It's probably not even the fault of the reporting. It's more so the fact that like people just don't know how our election system works. Love your stuff, by the way. I'm just bored. LOL. I am following a long time. Cool. Question from the UK. I've been watching your recent analysis of the SCOTA ruling, and whilst I appreciate that a president can only serve 2 terms, is there a way this could be used to extend one's term? Theoretically, no. Shouldn't be, but... Have you done any research on the Russian troll farms and their impact around election time? My emotional or psychological capacity is like beyond stressed and like I can't handle it. I'm already having enough difficulty right now. Russian like interference in our media should be like a conspiracy theory that groups around the country should be primed to want to take an interest in, and they absolutely don't. The idea that I think Russians like with our election shit is like so patently obvious, and the idea that nobody wants to talk about it because they just want to screech Russian gate and then shit and piss and come all over themselves while doing it, like I just can't. I have to like maximize. I've got to start maximizing my emotional health because I can't handle these people. Jesus Christ. People talk about how Israel is like secretly influencing the entire world. Meanwhile, like Russia today, like outwardly pays for news people and host people and like has like media and is like saying shit in our country and is like, oh, it's even more obvious in Europe. It pisses me off as a European. Yeah. I might actually support like nuking Israel and getting and like having the Palestinians just take over everything just so that we can stop talking about Jewish conspiracies. That would actually be the strongest argument. If you want to convince me why we should stop supporting Israel, it would be so that the Arab states can rise up and wipe them off the map, and then we can focus on like Russia, China, Iran, Qatar, like the people that actually do propaganda, and not all of like the fabricated propaganda that people are like convinced comes from Israel. Like Israel somehow controls world politics and they can't even get a grasp on their own domestic politics. Like, this is a great video. Someone put together a montage of pro-Israel talking points from the Omniliberals debates with me and Nathan J. Robinson with eerily similar white nationalist talking points people used to throw at him back when he was debating far-right weirdos all the time. First of all, 5-minute video. Oh, it's this Destiny vs. Destiny channel. Nice. Why do you think it would be fair to compare statements about a Western country and the expectations that country would have to a country in a totally different region of the world facing a totally different set of problems with a different history? Seriously, question mark?